Hello, everybody, and welcome to Manga Reflux. Yay!
I can see the end in sight.
Yes. Yay! So this week we have Bleach 615, and we have Naruto. What are we doing?
Birth of the Ten Tails, Jinchuriki, and Kagura Otsuku, whatever the fuck her last name is, strikes.
Otsutsuki.
Do we need to retrospective the whole Sasuke fight?
I love how you had to check with me what the name was. No, I asked you what her name was because I couldn't remember, and then immediately as soon as we start, you say the name wrong, and I immediately correct you on exactly what it is probably.
When you asked what the name was, I never said her last name, I just said Kagura.
No, you didn't, but I knew her last name. Just because I wanted to correct you. I bet you hate me.
So you have selective douche memory, like you remember?
Pretty much.
Alright then.
Sounds about right.
Alright, so Bleach 615 and Naruto, whatever the hell catches them. So, for Bleach 615, there's earthquakes going on, and fan art happened, and more fan art happened, that made Yoruichi's brother actually look like a boy. And then basically everyone's freaking out about the Soul King being dead, and Yoruichi does a thing so that Orihime can try and heal the Soul King, and oh no, it doesn't work because reasons.
A human could never heal the Soul King.
And you'd think a human wouldn't be able to kill the Soul King either, but you know, Yu Habak apparently managed because Quincy's are human. Whatever.
They are.
That's pretty much it. I'm just double checking to see whether I missed anything.
It was basically just, oh no, everything's falling apart. Oh no, we can't fix it. Oh no!
Pretty much everything else that's happening, and then right at the end, we have, 1 second, just trying to get to the end. At that moment, Ukitake is.
Ukitake! He was the real...
Yeah, he's gonna do something, but...
He's gonna become the Soul King.
Has anything Ukitake has ever done been, you know, cliffhanger worthy?
I don't know, but maybe his tuberculosis let him see God one time when he was about to die. And
maybe all this time he was part of the Soul King, and that's why he didn't do anything for pretty much everything. He wasn't sick, he was just watching.
Or maybe his tuberculosis is all of the Spirit King's ails of old age thrown onto his body or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, he's the Soul King all along. The Soul King's not dead.
Sure, why not?
Who knows?
Who cares?
And then we have more fan art, and that's the end of the chapter.
Yeah.
And if you notice that we just rushed through this, that's because we
Nothing
didn't rush through this. That's pretty much everything happened.
Yeah, nothing.
That's all.
Nothing actually went down.
It was basically a pointless chapter used to stall for like a week, so that the manga can be like, okay, so I'm in the lower rankings right now. How can I fix this? Let me just start a crap chapter so I think about my story, and then he's not going to think about his story.
Pretty much.
Just gonna create more characters to lump in the last 50 chapters or so.
And kill them off screen.
Okay, so that's fucking Bleach done. What an ordeal that was, guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that because this...
I'm tired already.
You're gonna be.
Yeah.
If I didn't do this right, you're gonna be tired.
I'm actually
Okay.
tired. I'm just gonna chug this energy drink now. Holy Jesus! Fuck! Oh, this is terrible.
What?
14-hour energy. That was God.
He drank the 14-hour energy from last week.
Oh, God.
Stuck to my tongue.
Nice callback, Slicer. I like.
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey, Celeste, you remember that song about how great caffeine is?
Yeah. That's great. Lifts my mood.
Yeah. Okay, Ken. Let's get this train wreck moving.
Okay. Now, last time
Get
left
off the
you.
train.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
Madara ended up making Obito the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. And let me just say, he looks a lot like Sage Six Pass. And I did not know that the Sage of Six Pass gigantic robe surrounding his body was skin flaps, because that's what Obito has.
That's really disgusting.
Like, are they solid? What? I don't think I want to know.
You want to know?
I'm not really. Whatever.
Oh, real quick before we move on completely from Bleach, even though we've already moved on completely from Bleach, the anime's still running. And it actually looks a lot better. They literally just finished the execution arc with Ginjo's death. It actually holds up a lot better than I thought it would. I think that might be owing to the fact that it's an anime and it's an action series.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Ginjo?
He was a shitty character that they threw in so that they could have an excuse to give Ichigo his powers back.
Oh, yeah. Full frame dude.
Yeah, him. Yeah, so that's actually pretty good. So I would not recommend reading the manga. I would recommend watching the anime, just completely. Not even bother with the manga. Because it's an action series and it does not have enough plot to hold it up as just a manga.
Not really.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting, Ken. I just
Hold
felt
on.
I had to bring that to the fore.
Well, good. I'm not too excited about reading this part. Anyway, Obito now has the truth-seeking balls, and he uses those to attack the... Yeah. Nice name, right? You guys will...
My balls seek something, but I don't think it's truth.
That's right. Well...
The truth! What is the truth that these balls seek? That is the answer that I am looking for.
Well, in this case, they're seeking zombie Kage, because apparently... when Obito attacks the zombie Kage, you know, the fourth Hokage, second Hokage, first Hokage, third, if he makes contact with any of these balls, whatever he hits isn't coming back. So,
Necrophilia. I'm into it. Not really. No one take that seriously, please.
Alright, so Obito gets his balls all over Minato, and it rips Minato's arm off, and it's not growing back. So they have to make some kind of desperation move to keep him from destroying his body entirely. And pretty much here's where we find out that Tobirama has Hiraishin. And he was the one that created it. Not.
Alright, we all knew this was coming. Redcon.
Why was this necessary? I don't know why, man. I mean...
Maybe they needed another character to have it? Maybe? I don't...
But why? I mean, it's not like it added anything.
I don't know. What happened?
Second Hokage has Hiraishin. As well as Minato.
Oh, right.
Minato did not create it, yeah.
Everybody has Hiraishin. You get Hiraishin. You get Hiraishin. Everybody look under your seats. There's Hiraishin there.
Except for Naruto, you don't
You
get
don't get that.
You don't have it.
You're left out of the production studio. You don't get to look under your seat.
I would say it's his birthright, but it's kind of not. I mean,
Apparently, no, it's not. It's technically Tsunade's birthright, really.
yeah.
Let's be real about this.
What else we could do is heal shit. And apparently not as well as her granddad. Thanks, Madara, for telling us that.
Yeah.
Well, imagine her style if she could just teleport around. I mean, that's
teleporting
devastating.
medic. Teleporting medic as well. That seems very useful to me.
I meant the super punching, but, you know, that works too.
Yeah. Just all of her skill set. All of it's meant for close range, so...
Alright, so anyway, fight goes on. They end up attacking Obito, but nothing really hurts him because, you know, he's got the strongest creature in history inside of his belly now, so whatever. Although they do end up realizing something. In a complete bullshit manner, they end up realizing that Sage Mode is the only thing that can really hurt Obito when he's in that form. So Naruto Sage Mode attacks. Meanwhile, this is happening. A fucking big ass tree starts growing for some reason.
Trees!
More trees.
Trees!
More trees.
I need to stop making references no one will get. It's a bad habit.
And this big ass tree reaches to the heavens. But it hasn't budded yet, so there's still time for the heroes, you guys. There's still time for them to save the world.
Yay.
Yay.
So it's time for that big damn hero moment. Yay.
So,
The fuck?
someone's
I don't know
calling
what that
me.
was.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay.
Alright, I'm not answering that. Alright,
Professionalism.
so Obito winds up kind of going ahead and still handling everybody. He's pretty much fighting the world at this point. And here we get another thing that we didn't like. Minato also has Tailed Beast Mode. You know, the thing that Naruto been working for like 5 years, series-wise, to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Fully mastered too, just cause.
Yeah. Fully mastered, just perfectly like Naruto's.
I would have liked if Minato got the shitty version and we got to see a feral Minato, because I want to see what that would look like.
Didn't Naruto get the feral version of the chakra though? The darker half? Or am I mixing that up?
I think you're right.
I don't know. What's Yin? Is Yin the dark side or the light side?
I don't know.
I don't know anything.
Okay. Yin. Yin is the dark force.
Okay, that's what Minato got.
Okay, so Naruto got the light side.
Which makes sense that he would seal the dark side in himself if he was going to die in it.
Yeah. If he's going to give something to his son, probably not the, spirit of evil from one of the most horrific beasts in history, That seems like a bad present to give to your son on his birthday.
A bit, yeah.
I'd take it.
Well, you have problems. That's why.
Whatever. So anyway, the tree that's growing in the heavens now has self-sustaining roots that will grab and suck the life out of anyone that it touches. And pretty much reveals that the Ten Tails itself is the origin of all chakra.
Okay. And this is where it begins.
Yeah.
Why does every series need one of these plots? Hi, I'm the writer. Let me tell you everything about how this world works and how it came to be, because this is super important for the story I'm telling about all of these very specific characters in this world, and the world is not just set dressing, it is actually the story that I intended to tell this whole time.
Woo.
I hate this shit. I hate it.
It's not great.
Yeah.
Star Wars fans did not need to know midichlorians or why the Force works. Naruto fans did not need to know that ninjutsu chakra runs on some tree from the fucking before times.
The land
That
before
was
time.
eaten by some really weird woman that gets no backstory or anything, and she's just the source of all evil because reasons. And possibly an Adam and Eve bent.
I really did like magic bullshit and space magic bullshit for Star Wars and Naruto, respectively.
It's fine if it's there and it works as long as it makes sense and stays internally consistent. We don't need to know the source of this stuff. It's ninja magic. We're fine with that.
Yeah.
And even still, the explanation they gave us doesn't go much further than...
It's ninja magic.
It's ninja tree magic.
It's ninja magic that you get from eating fruit off this badass tree from 1,000 years ago. Let's talk about the tree then.
Not even the world tree. It's like a pale imitation. It's pathetic. Sucks.
Isn't it actually called the world tree?
I don't know. It's not Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil.
Yggdrasil, that. It's not that. That's the point.
I am pronunciation man.
It's the kite-eating tree from Charlie Brown.
Could also be the giving tree, only the opposite, so like the taking tree.
That tree's given enough. Now it wants to take it all back. Huh. I want to make that movie now. The Taking Tree.
I may or may not have just double-checked that I was pronouncing Yggdrasil correctly.
Alright, so anyway, back to the monster tree. Now,
Yay, monster tree.
there's 15 minutes until the tree blooms, tree's flower blooms, and the world ends. And Obito pretty much decides to turn on Madara's plan. He's the one with all the power now, so he's the one that's going to control the Moon's Eye plan. But Madara is apparently cool with that because he says whenever the tree blooms, he's just going to figure out he's going to use Senjutsu to beat Obito's ass. And he thanks everyone for figuring out that weakness. So he can do that. So everyone tries to get to the tree and take out the tree and take out Obito, and it's not working. It's the all-powerful tree. 5 Kage end up coming back because they all got healed from their ass whooping from Madara. So everyone's on the battlefield at once, and it's so important and it's so vital. But they don't really do anything because there's a gigantic barrier around the tree itself and the battlefield. And Sasuke and Naruto wind up working together to try and get to Obito. They need to take him out, and they wind up putting Kurama in fucking Susanoo's armor, which is kind of awesome, actually.
It was pretty cool, I'll admit. I may hate Uchiha and all they stand for, but that was a pretty cool looking thing.
Yeah. Animals in armor. This series does a lot of that. It feels kind of like putting clothes on a dog to me, but that might just be me.
Come on, you didn't like the gigantic toad in the kimono?
Moving on.
Well, anyway, they end up getting to Obito with the help of the rest of the Konoha 11, besides Neji, who's fucking dead.
He's pretty dead.
He's pretty dead.
Yeah.
And because they needed to be in this all together, they all wind up hitting Obito with a Rasengan that Naruto gave them the chakra for, because friendship.
Friendship.
Yeah. Wait. Each one individually, or just all of them together?
All of them together.
Okay. Isn't that a technique that requires a certain degree of control and knowing how to use it? How are they all managing to do all of that at the same time?
I don't know. Like, it's something to do with fucking Kurama's chakra. You know, like, you remember how earlier Naruto started giving, like, Kurama's chakra to everybody left on the battlefield?
That may have been in the part where we fell asleep.
Well, I don't even think we talked about it, honestly. But we did when we actually went over this the first time. Like, back in the episode-by-episode retrospective.
I still don't think we actually did this part.
I'm sure we did. But yeah, anyway, they somehow made it so that Naruto has such good chakra control now, he can distribute his shit to everyone. It's compatible with everyone for some reason.
Yeah, that... I hate this series.
You don't hate the series, you hate the story. And how the plot unfolded.
The story is the series. The setting is literally the only thing I like about this now. And even that's been tainted.
Yeah, pretty much.
Once again, by this World Tree progenitor Eve figure and nonsense that they didn't even bother explaining fully. If you're going to explain something, explain it.
You know what's
But
funny
we'll
is
get to that.
they could. The story would have been completely fine if they never did the whole tree thing. They could have kept going on, and it would have been just done. You didn't need the whole tree thing.
It would have saved about 50 chapters, and it would have been fine.
And the story would have wrapped up nicely. You know, and it would have been done.
Alright, so They end up injuring Obito enough so that Naruto can get to him and extract all the tailed beasts out of him, because apparently he can also do that now. But I guess his bond with the tailed beast now lets him do tailed beast things. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll waive that.
Yeah, it's fine.
And while Obito begins to lose, he begins flashing through scenes of what life could have been like if he hadn't turned to the dark side and just went to the village and...
Apropos of what, exactly? What made him have this sudden flashback and wanting for things to go back to the way they were a la Sakura?
Because he got beat.
Oh. Okay. Defeat means friendship. Literally. Great.
Yeah.
Fucking what? I fucking hate this series. Okay.
Yeah, so Naruto no jutsus him down. And Obito's just staring up at the moon like, I can't believe I lost. Oh no, was I wrong this whole time? Rin, I'm sorry. What did I become? Blah, 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 blah.
At least they paid lip service to the whole Naruto being a fucking therapist thing, rather than just have him suddenly turn over to the other side. Small mercies. I can take it. Okay, keep going.
Okay. So, Madara's like, yeah, that's great and everything, but I still have these things inside of Obito. You know, like the little chakra receivers. Yeah, when that Pain used with the Rinnegan.
Oh yeah, those things.
Yeah, to let him control shit. He put those in Obito when he gave him the surgery that saved his life. So he kind of has control over half of Obito's body. And the only thing keeping him from having control at the time was that Obito was so strong with the Ten Tails. Well, you kind of took that away. So Madara uses that opportunity with the defeated Obito to have him use the Samsara technique to revive his actual body. So now he's actually living again.
Why?
I don't know. I mean...
We literally went through the entirety of this last time. I know everyone fell asleep last time, but I'm going to just recap. We figured out that with Kabuto dead and Madara still resurrected, he was basically functionally immortal with no one controlling him at all.
The only thing that could actually hurt him were the fucking truth-seeking balls, and you just beat the only guy that had those at the time.
So what was the point in being, quote-unquote, alive again?
I don't know. I mean, he could have saved that. He could have waited for that. There was no rush to go back to life, Madara. Why did you do this? You're supposed to be... You're smarter than this. You have to be.
Hell, if he hadn't come back to life, he wouldn't have been able to be killed.
Hmm.
I mean, the sealing techniques that they used to seal the corpses, they can pretty much be used on anyone, right?
Yeah.
So the one method that they have to deal with the reanimated dudes could be used on anyone, so there's no difference in just staying as a reanimated dude, because you have all of the power, and you heal incredibly fast, so even if they do actually land a killing blow, it's not going to kill you. But now, because he's decided to go back to being alive, they can land a killing blow and kill him.
Yeah, and that kind of starts happening because everybody turns on him, including all of the tailed beasts that are now free. And they all wind up fucking him up so badly that he loses his right arm.
Point proven within, like, I don't know, that probably happened in the next chapter, right? Who knows? They probably waited like 5 chapters on that whole spiel.
Yeah. They kind of whoop his ass, rip straight through Susanoo, and get his arm off. But that doesn't really matter because he has Hashirama, a.k.a. the first Hokage, cells in him. So when a white Zetsu pops up, like, here, boss, I got your real Rinnegan eyes here, he takes his eyes and then rips the right Zetsu's arm off and takes his arm back. Because he can do that.
Okay.
So now that he has the Rinnegan and everything back, he now has control of the Ten-Tails statue thing, which is the tree. And he pulls the tail beast back in, and boom, guess what? He's the Ten-Tails again.
Okay, this is just more confusion over what the actual goal of this whole thing is than anything else. Because first he wanted Obito to be the Ten-Tails, and then he didn't, now he does. Now...
Are you expecting sanity and solid logic from an Uchiha?
Yeah, that Sharingan dementia, son. It'll get you.
The Uchiha run on insanity and depression.
I still hate that plot point.
So, including with all the tail beasts that get stripped there, they get stripped and put into Madara, that includes Naruto's. So he gets Kurama pulled right out of his guts, forcibly.
Doesn't kill him.
Does not, but he's on the verge of death. Equally on the verge of death is Sasuke, who pretty much gets run through by Madara immediately after.
Yay!
Woohoo! The first bolt of legitimate excitement I have felt this entire episode.
And Madara's just having fun wrecking everyone around him, including Tobirama, who coincidentally killed his brother. So he pretty much has fun pulverizing his head.
Wait. I don't think Madara really gets to have any high ground in that confrontation.
He doesn't, but
Not really.
I'm just mentioning that he's having fun, wrecking shit. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's nice to see a villain actually openly enjoying that they're all powerful for once.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Instead of just being
And
like,
not having a yeah.
Pain was a misery guts, as was Obito a little bit. I'm dour and miserable, and I will remake the world in my image, and we will stop being mean to each other, because mean people are meanie pants, and I hate everyone.
Pretty much, yeah.
For example, yeah.
yeah. So while Naruto and Sasuke lay on the ground dying, let's see. There's kind of,
Yay.
I mean, how do I put this? Well, everyone's trying to fight still, but it's not working. At this point, Black Zetsu wound up taking over Obito's body to rip the Rinnegan out that wound up being given back to Madara. So he's kind of being sustained by Black Zetsu's presence in his body, which lets him live, and he winds up overpowering Black Zetsu enough to stand up and try fighting again. So Obito's back.
Sort of.
Black Zetsu is the mommy's boy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
So, this is where Guy comes in, because no one can hurt Madara. Minato sucks at using sage techniques, and nobody can hurt him, and Obito's hurt, and Kakashi sucks.
Everybody sucks. The end. Go home.
All the Kage are vulnerable, but it takes a real man to step up and do what's needed.
Yeah.
Guy opens 7 of the gates, launches Daytime Tiger, doesn't hurt him, and then Guy finally realizes that I gotta do what I gotta do, and he opens the 8th gate. And then he proceeds to whoop his ass with a technique called Evening Elephant.
That's a good name. I don't know why, but it's a good name.
He winds up shattering every single rib cage on the left side of Madara's body. And his own leg, kicking him so hard. And puts a crater in the fucking tree. The god tree. Because he kicked him so hard. That's man shit.
It's pretty impressive, yeah.
Yeah. The one bright spot in the rest of this shitty episode.
So, Guy winds up injuring the shit out of Madara. Meanwhile, Naruto and Sasuke are on death's door, and they wind up meeting none other than the greatest ninja ever, or should I say the first one, Hagoromo Otsuki, the Sage of Six Paths, because he's just, chilling on the gate of death and life, waiting on them for whatever reason.
Pretty much.
And he tells them the whole story about ninjutsu and how he didn't create ninjutsu, he created ninjutsu, or ninshu.
Ninshu.
And he didn't create it as a way to be stronger and fight, he created it as a way for people to understand each other, and I wanted peace, and that's why...
By learning how to make explosions, yeah. Peace and understanding through firepower. That's how it's done.
I like
the American way.
It is. We all bond over fireworks at least once a year. Works for us, sort of.
So he's having a simultaneous conversation with Sasuke and Naruto, and he tells them how those two are basically the reincarnations of his sons. The good
simultaneous conversations.
Yeah.
He can do that because he's Ninja God.
Yeah.
Well, he has the Rinnegan, doesn't he? I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Ninja God's been waiting in the afterlife forever just to tell these two, yeah, you're the reincarnation of my sons. You're the good one, Naruto, and you're the one that's all emotional and evil, Sasuke. So, yeah. I'm going to give you both some power so that when you wake back up...
I thought it was the other way around, wasn't it?
No, that was the way it was.
Oh. Yeah, I thought
Naruto's the good guy.
Was the bad one.
Yeah, Naruto's the good guy and always has been the good guy, and he was reincarnated from good guys. Hashirama was the previous good guy, all that stuff.
Great.
So they get a power-up from dying, Saiyan style. And Guy is completely wasted after releasing the 8th gate. He's about to die. They actually do a really good job illustrating this, that Madara can see like the chakra around his heart. It's like a flame, and it's flickering out. It's really good, and that would have been a really good death scene, only he doesn't die, because Naruto's back, and his new power lets him restore Guy's life force.
I am fairly certain this was either the first or just before the first chapter that we actually did for Naruto. I'm fairly certain this was the point.
Yeah.
Fucking Ninja Jesus.
Pulling some old Lazarus shit, bringing Guy back from the dead.
Was he actually dead at that point? Would that be a Lazarus? I mean...
No, he wasn't quite dead. He was about to die. All rights should have been dead. 8 gates is a you're dead technique. You die when it's over. That's what it was built on, and that's why this was a big moment. Or it should have been a big moment, but it wasn't.
I mean, I'm glad Guy's not dead, but I mean, as far as ways to go out, that was probably one of the best.
I would have preferred him going out than survive. I mean, preferred him going out like that than surviving the way he did.
Yeah.
It would have made his character so much cooler in hindsight.
It would have.
And
it would have done a good job of reinforcing the whole previous generation making way for the next one kind of thing.
Yeah. Would have been a hell of a better sacrifice than Anoichi and Shikaku, who just kind of exploded in the distance.
In fairness, they were never on center stage, ever.
Really.
I don't think they even got a chapter to themselves.
They got an anime episode.
Oh, isn't that sweet and precious? Oh, you got a filler episode all to yourself?
Yeah, filler episode.
Oh, well, isn't that nice? I'm going to put that on the fridge, on a little mini TV magnet that I apparently have. Yeah, that's lovely. We're so proud of you. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, in addition to that, Naruto also has kick-ass control over every single element, including lava. So now they can throw lava rods and shuriken at everything.
Okay, sure, why not?
Sure.
Why would you make a lava one first?
That seems like a bad choice. I'd have gone with maybe something that wouldn't, liquefy you in seconds.
If you screw it up, yeah.
If you use it at all. Logically, if you are holding lava your hand will be liquid, the technique will fail, it will all dump on you like a bucket, and you will be mulch.
Being just next to lava burns you.
Yes.
Like...
Convection schmumvection, I think, is the trope, or something similar to that.
So Sasuke and Naruto are both back in the fight, and hey, Sasuke has Rinnegan now.
Of course he does. Why wouldn't the fucking favorite of the series get the fucking god techniques?
Just one of them, because he hates symmetry.
Yeah.
So, Madara has a Rinnegan that was taken from, and a Sharingan, one that was taken from Kakashi during his fight with Obito. So he winds up trying to teleport them to his dimension, but he ends up being stopped. And meanwhile, while this is happening, Naruto again Ninja Jesuses and restores Kakashi's original eye, because now he can regenerate body parts.
Yep, I remember us doing this bit, so yeah. We are now in familiar territory, much as that pains me. Okay, so Naruto is Ninja Jesus and healing everyone because... I don't know.
Anyway, Madara winds up using Kamui on himself to teleport to another dimension.
Wait. Naruto healed Kakashi's eye.
Yes.
To be the normal eye, right?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. It didn't get that stupid.
I can regenerate your eye that doesn't belong to you.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad.
One could argue
Even
that
by
the
the
body
series
would be so used to that eye that it would be seen as his regular one, but yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Okay.
Alright.
Over the weekend?
Alright, so Madara is doing his thing, and he starts getting very close to the finish here. The tree finally begins to bloom, and a third eye opens up on his forehead, and he begins the infinite Tsukuyomi.
Yay.
Casts it off of the moon, and everybody's screwed.
Well, everyone that doesn't have broken powers is...
Yeah, everybody except for everyone under Team 7's plot armor umbrella.
That's pretty much literally what it is, honestly.
Yeah, kind of.
So literally the only people in the entire world that aren't affected by this technique are Naruto, Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura, because we need a girl in there somewhere.
And Madara.
Oh, Madara too.
Well, he's the one who
And the
cast it,
corpses.
so, yeah.
And the corpses, they're still fine too.
Yeah, the corpses.
I guess, yeah.
They're corpsey. I mean,
Which would have been a good reason for Madara to become alive again, except he didn't get caught either. Like, if he wanted to be part of the illusion that he was making, and he could only do that if he was alive, but he doesn't become part of it anyway.
Why would he become part of it? That'd be kind of hard to oversee things, you know.
I don't know, because he wanted to be part of his perfect world. Seems like a thing he'd want to do.
I guess, I don't know. Either way, everyone would die anyway. I mean, the tree drains them of everything, and then they're just husks, and then they're dead.
Yeah, but that wasn't revealed till later. He probably assumed that everything would be hunky-dory, because, you know, insane supervillains are kind of like that.
Yeah.
True. They are pretty crazy. Don't have a whole lot of hindsight. Or foreseeing, whatever.
Foresight.
That's
yeah.
it.
alright, so Madara is totally stoked because his plan worked, and he won. He got his big victory and everything. He'd save his world. Everyone's trapped in seeing their dreams come true inside of the fucking infinite Tsukuyomi. Everyone has their own little personal heaven.
Oh, this was the thing with the, hey, we got to see everyone's dreams, and they were all kind of rubbish.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Like,
Except for Gara's, because Gara's awesome. Yay, Gara.
Guards
Right.
just
What
tug
I-
at the heartstrings.
when I
Yeah.
when I think of this whole sequence, I think of you guys remember in Gurren Lagann?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they did the everyone's perfect world kind of thing,
Yeah.
and Yoko was fucking, I don't even remember, it was like a treasure hunter or something? Who
I
knows?
don't know.
I don't know.
And then Viral had his whole thing, and
Family, because he's infertile.
yeah,
And Simone and Kamino were fucking thieves for some reason.
they were
I don't
living the
quite-
high life
Joel.
of adventures.
Oh, right, okay.
Like, it was kind of, it was cool. And then Naruto tried to do that.
And didn't entirely fail, but mostly
What was
failed.
1010s again?
That
I
Guy
honestly
and Lee
cannot
were
remember.
normal and didn't have bowl cuts.
Yeah, that pretty much killed it for me.
Yeah.
Good opportunities to give the B cast a fucking real moment of characterization, and no.
Like I said, you're gonna have to wait for the anime to do that.
Shitty jokes, even by this show's shitty joke standards.
That's pretty understandable to me. Honestly, if she has to spend most waking moments with these people, I mean, that'd be kind of shift to her new
Except
dream.
she doesn't anymore. Tune in, you don't have to stay with your old teams.
Yeah, a lot just do because of cast familiarity.
Hmm.
The show's not gonna pair them with anyone else.
Yeah, so that's a conscious choice on her part. So the idea that she would want them to change is kind of dumb.
Seen in that light? Yeah, a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah, more effort should have been paid to that whole sequence. It really needed it, because that was a moment that really needed to go a lot better than it did, unfortunately. And Hinata still likes to be watched. That's still my interpretation of that scene.
Pretty much.
All right,
I don't
so
even.
It's Yuga,
don't
man.
care
They're all about being watched and watching people.
that's weird.
It's kinky.
That's weird.
Doesn't
It's a
make
cousin,
it,
too, and a little sister.
Stop.
Okay. Also, yay,
You're
Gar.
making Slicer smile for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Whatever. That was in my head.
We could literally hear the smile in your voice.
All right, so Madara, a winner is me. Yay! All your base belong to me. I win. I'm the best. And then Black Zetsu stabs him.
Yeah.
This is what we call moving the goalposts.
Because apparently, Black Zetsu is not a piece of Madara's will, as he said it was when he pretty much introduced him to Obito during Obito's flashback. Black Zetsu is carrying the will of Kaguya Otsuki. You know that character they introduced like 3 chapters before this happened?
Not at the No, I didn't.
Memory serves, it was literally just the old dude saying, hey, my mom was kind of a bitch and she took over the world. That's pretty much all we got. She ate the chakra fruit, took over the world, and then she died. Or something.
No, she had us, and we had Chakra too, and realized she was evil, and then we stopped her because, yay.
Friendship and hugginess.
Yeah.
Someone on Tumblr raised a good point. Who did she have sex with to have those two? Because she was a full-on goddess by that point. And I'm like, what? Wouldn't that be weird? Then again, I suppose she has the rabbit ear porn things.
Maybe
Kinda sexy.
she Shinra Tensei'd some sperm out of a dude, I guess? I don't know.
Ow!
I know.
Mm.
Less of a psychic hand job and more just a flattening and extracting the things you need.
Stop breaking it down. It was bad enough as an image that stood alone. Stop trying to... bring in the physics of it. I don't need that today.
Look, this is the only entertainment I get out of this crap show, okay?
Okay. So, now, for some reason, Black Zetsu is able to manipulate Madara's body so that it turns into Kaguya. So he pretty much gives him surgery to turn him into a tranny. Basically what happens.
Pretty much.
There are things I could say, but I don't want to.
So everyone out there writing them stories about Kaguya, hooking up with
We are very
anybody
proud of
with
your.
these.
We are very proud of your LGBT, forward-thinking positivity. That's good. We appreciate it.
Yep, just bringing it to you.
Especially if you don't acknowledge it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bring the
that
idea.
is very progressive of you.
Yeah. Don't even acknowledge that you're doing groundbreaking stuff. That's cool. That's,
Sorry. Anyway.
So now, we're revealed that everyone trapped in the tree's roots and under the infinite Tsukuyomi, will just turn into white Zetsus. Their minds will be trapped in the illusion of the Genjutsu, and they'll all be soldiers for the army that will take over the world that doesn't exist anymore.
If everyone is in the tree, what's left to conquer exactly?
I don't
Or is it
know.
just the ninja army that's in the tree?
Like, everyone's in the tree. Remember the shots of
Literally everyone they showed, like, the fucking daimyo getting taken, and all the nobles.
and everyone in Konoha, like even the regular villagers and shit. Everyone's in the tree. So I don't know what the fuck this army of white Zetsu would be lording over.
Wait. If the civilians don't have chakra or have very little chakra, wouldn't they die instantly from the tree trying to leech them?
That's a very good point.
I mean,
So,
they're
we're gonna
trapped in there
switch-
for like, I don't know, 4 hours, I guess. Something like that.
We're just going to throw out a number every now and again to say how many people have died during this conflict.
7.
Actually, you can kind of hand wave that because this shit happened. This ensuing fight happened in another dimension. So for all we know, it was like 30 seconds.
30 seconds is still a long time.
Yeah.
It all happened in
That's such a
imaginary
great answer,
space.
I guess.
749. Continue, Ken.
Okay.
Pretty low number, but all right.
So
It's only been like a half second.
Yeah, fair enough.
this complete blank slate, big boss villain proceeds to begin attacking Team 7 and begins to teleport the entire team to another dimension where the floor is lava.
The fucking dimension hopping 2,794. I hate the dimension hopping thing. That's really stupid. This was a really stupid plan. You can't even tell that they're in a lava dimension, or a sand dimension, or a glass dimension, or a fucking whatever dimension.
Hey, look, it's
makes
the
no
same
difference.
ground again and again
It could have
and
been used
again.
better.
Look at the skybox. There's nothing.
It's basically a Shakespeare play done fundamentally. So it's just a blank stage and all the actors saying, "Hell, yep, we're in Burnham Wood. Yep,
The floor-
sure is nice day today here in Burnham Wood.
Floor's lava. Yeah, it's kind of hot.
Yeah."
All right, so Sasuke
If
said,
the floor is lava, there is literally no air.
Yeah.
Any air in the entirety of that world would be poisonous.
And you're on fire, too.
That too.
hey, just go with it. It's ninja magic.
Considering they're in full-on sage mode at this point, at least Naruto and Sasuke would be fine. The other two would be just incinerated instantly.
Oh, a man can dream. You say such nice things sometimes, Liza.
Yeah, speaking of which, when they get teleported, they immediately all begin to fall. Luckily, Sasuke has Hawks and can save himself and Naruto. But he completely fucking ignores Sakura and Kakashi, who continue to fall. Somehow, Kakashi's able to save the two of them. And when
By the way, remember how Sakura and Sasuke got paired together at the end?
I was just thinking that. One of your two main pairings, everyone. Isn't it believable?
So,
Can you feel the love?
I could totally feel nothing says love like taste this lava.
Well, not really taste, more feel for a nanosecond while it incinerates your tongue, and then the rest of your face, and then your skull, and then your body, and then 792,394. Ken, continue.
Alright, so Naruto flips out at Sasuke, like, why the hell didn't you save them? Blah, blah, blah. Sasuke's like, you idiot, we're the only ones that can end this. So we both have to not die. We have to stay alive. It's the only way this ends.
Pretty selfish reason for not taking 2 seconds to help your teammates.
I don't know. Which is also weird because in this ensuing chaos in this fight in this dimension, kind of realized that since Naruto has the perfected form of his cloak now, including all the Sage of Six Paths shit, including the truth-seeking balls and all that, he can fly now.
Woo! Super Ninja Jesus. I
did
forgot
kind of level up
the Superman theme.
Alright, so they continue to battle with Kaguya, and Naruto busts out his ultimate technique. The, what's it called? The harem yaoi technique?
Oh, yeah, that was a thing.
I mean...
Remember that thing? That was funny at the time.
Yeah.
Had copies of all the Bishonen dudes that he'd met. Like in Dataro was in there, and some other dudes I can't remember. Yeah, that was funny at the time.
And it worked, and let him land a punch.
It was pretty funny because it worked. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
If it was just that and it was a no-sell, it just wouldn't have had the same impact.
Alright, so eventually they get teleported to an ice area, and then a desert location. Because while she transports them to the frozen dimension, opens up a portal to another one, and just throws Sasuke in there and is like, stay there until I'm done with everybody else.
4,372,000.
We need more dimensions.
Okay. So, dimension hopping.
You know you like it. But I don't mean hate it.
Couldn't they have just gone to space?
Space!
I mean, I know it's kind of cliche for the final battle to happen in space. Everyone does it, but at least there would be an impact on the art.
It's reliable.
And I mean, this was circulated around the moon, so I mean, if you're jumping dimensions, you could go to space.
Yeah.
It's the final frontier, don't you know?
Yeah. Also, once again, no air in either of these locations. Plants don't grow in ice or sand. Well, maybe some do in sand, but not much.
Don't worry about it. It's completely
You know what you should be
fine.
thinking of instead? Green women in space. Find your happy place with green women.
I've never been into that. Also, ice. That's literally just a big ball of ice. Wouldn't that basically be somewhere around the region of absolute zero in temperature then?
Yeah, pretty much.
So, flash freezing everything?
No, it's fine though.
Don't think about that. It's ninja magic.
Ninja magic.
It's not ninja magic. It's other dimensions where this is basically just an elemental plane of ice. Anything that goes there would literally turn to ice immediately.
Yeah, but Casey, ninja magic.
I hate this series.
It's not really ice, it's just fake ice. It looks like ice, feels like ice, and has all the properties of ice, but it's not ice.
Ice. It's fake ice.
It's Feist. That was a stupid thing to say, but I don't care. Alright, so Obito is back in this now because, you know, he has Kamui, which lets him jump dimensions too. So he ends up finding where they are, and it's like, hey guys, what's up? And Sakura,
That's lucky.
And Sakura's like, Sasuke in a different dimension. And Obito's like, fine, come with me, I'll help you find him. So they end up start jumping dimensions to try and find Sasuke.
Yeah, isn't he a nice guy? 7,972,342.
Meanwhile, Naruto is still trying to fight Kaguya, and he winds up actually overwhelming her with a handful of clones. not a handful, a shit jack ton of clones. Remember that fucking splash page of clones?
Yeah.
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 Was that the one that was
Did I
like
say that?
vibrating and it looked really stupid, or is that something else?
I don't remember what the opinion of it was. I just remember the page itself.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was that it looked okay unless you really looked at it for a second, and all the clones just kind of look shitty.
Can't really blame him for that. That is a lot to have on one page.
Yeah, I guess. But you'd think he would be used to just drawing a shitload of clones at this point. It's kind of a thing he does.
Also true.
Alright, so they continue jumping dimensions, and eventually Sasuke is found, but he's so far away from the portal that's opened up, he can't, he has to, run for it or something, and ends up, somehow teleporting through at the last second to make it.
And he used a replacement jutsu or something?
Yeah, that's what we ended up determining happened. Replacing
Probably
himself with Sakura's scarf or something.
Probably shouldn't work through a portal, but okay.
So that's how he ends up surviving and returning to the battle itself. Now, the battle is then teleported to her main dimension, which apparently has 10 times Earth's gravity, Dragon Ball Z style.
Zero, are you typing?
Zero?
No.
Right.
Yeah, we've been hearing that for the past, 40 seconds, just so you know.
Something like that, yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, so
Well, wait.
Kaguya's main dimension, where everything is 10 times Earth's gravity and everything looks really stupid in squares.
Yeah, fucking squares. That was stupid as shit. 22 million. I got tired of listing very specific numbers.
Alright, so Kaguya is getting pissed now and realizes she kind of has the advantage because she can fire a projectile that will disintegrate anything, her ash-killing bone thing. And she realizes, hey, they're not used to the gravity here, so she's going to try and take out Naruto. All she has to do is kill Naruto or Sasuke and she wins. That's pretty much. So she fires a shot, but it doesn't hit Naruto. It hits Obito, who miraculously gets the strength to jump in front of the gigantic bullet thing.
Yay. Oh, God. And this is where we get to my favorite part of the series.
Yep.
Take it away, Ken.
So, Obito sacrifices his life. And Kakashi asks, why are you doing this, man? Why would you throw your life away? You have to survive. All you have to survive for the next generation. Blah, blah, blah. So, Naruto tries to save Obito, but his Super Jesus powers don't work. And Obito says his final goodbyes, He thanks Naruto for helping him finally get back on the path of goodness and righteousness, bringing out the real Obito. And then he says, oh, Naruto, go ahead and become Hokage. You should do that. Go become Hokage, Naruto. Live your dream, because that's totally the most important thing I can tell you right now when I'm about to die and the world's in jeopardy. Hokage.
He has 15 seconds. I mean, it's something.
You know what I'd spend the last 15 seconds emphasizing? Go kill that bitch. Go kill that bitch and save the world. Fuck your hopes.
Yeah.
Fuck your dreams. Fuck everything you thought your life was ever going to bring you. You need to go kill that bitch.
Kick her in the cooch, right for me.
Kick her in the taco.
Okay. I don't think I really need to go into how much I hated this entire sequence again.
No, go ahead. I want you to.
If you want to hear me rant about this, feel free to go back to that episode. I don't have the strength for that anymore. This entire retrospective thing has wrung that out of me.
And then this apparently changes Naruto's opinion, because Obito, he's a pretty cool guy. He sacrifices his life for me and doesn't afraid of anything.
Especially when he's murdering thousands of people. That was really cool of him. Remember when he was doing that, you guys? That was badass.
Yeah, that's why this little sacrifice thing fell a bit flat. Like, oh, look, Hitler sacrificed himself for me. Oh, he's a nice guy, after all.
Godwin, Godwin, Godwin. Godwin, Godwin, Godwin. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah, no problem.
So Obito meets up with Rin in the afterlife in a nice little moment of closure and death.
Except not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he immediately on the next chapter, like the first page, I believe, he just like, hold on, Rin, there's one more thing I have to do before I can, spend the rest of the
Tap
and tap that for the afterlife.
Oh,
I mean,
I was praising this entire sequence so much when they did the whole, look at the back in how they were when they were kids, so they could be happy in the afterlife together. And then the next chapter is like, nope.
Because he uses his Kamui and his dead soul thing to teleport his soul into Kakashi's body, and he and Kakashi have a moment. He's like, Kakashi, you gotta be the Sixth Hokage, and you gotta stop sucking so hard, so I'm gonna give you some powers. Now don't bother me, because I'm gonna be with Rin, shacking up. Go handle your business, Kakashi. And he gives Kakashi the Mangekyo Sharingan. For realsies.
Because ghosts can do that.
In both eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Ninja tree magic, yay!
It somehow does not drain of him chakra instantly.
Well, it's his now.
Yeah, he's
By the
still
way,
not an
just-
Uchiha, though. It's still not something he's born with.
Just to let everyone know, literally every civilian is now dead except for the ramen waitress and her dad. Because they have plot armor, just to be clear. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
The Genin will be next, so, look forward to that. No, sorry, the Academy students would be next, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yay, we get to talk about dead children for the next few minutes. It's great.
Can I start telling dead baby jokes if that gets to that point?
Oh, we had the dead baby stuff a while ago, dude.
Oh.
Who do you think went first?
Oh,
Think about it.
okay.
Who would have the least chakra?
Hey, what's funnier than a dead baby?
2 dead babies?
2 dead babies?
A dead baby in a clown costume.
That's
Oh, that's so. Why would you even say that?
Oh, there's a good example of reality ensues, actually, now that we're talking about it. We didn't think of one at the time when we were talking about it on the podcast, but yeah. In that giant tree thing, the first people to die would have been the babies. Because they have next to no chakra.
Yeah.
What's black and red all over?
Baby?
A dead baby with his finger in the socket.
No! Stop! This is horrible!
What's black and red and green all over?
I don't know. I want to know.
That same baby 3 weeks later. Oh.
Oh, please stop! This is not good. It's not funny. It's just horrible.
Get back to the reflux.
Okay. All right. So the battle is taking its toll on Kagi, and she winds up warping into the gigantic rabbit demon monster creature god thing.
What do you think the baby's perfect worlds would have been in the tree? I mean, they would have experienced it for like 6 seconds, but,
I don't know.
Infinite?
Yeah, just like a world made of boobies.
I don't.
It would seem retarded animal babies. It's like puppy's fantasy, just like a cylinder of boobs.
Strangely enough, babies' fantasies aren't that far removed from Slicer's fantasies. So
Yeah.
But I like butts. That's wrong. But sure.
Wait a second, Slicer.
What?
Are you saying you like big butts and you can't lie?
Yeah.
Well,
So I, as a brother, can't deny that when a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get sprung.
This is happening.
Oh. I needed that. Okay, I think I have the strength to just sit through the rest of this and we can get it done. We can be done with Naruto for a while.
Ooh.
Okay,
So we all have to watch the movie.
I think that'll.
That's going to be a while.
I think that'll be fun though, kind of.
It will be, but we can't do it yet. We'll get to why later.
Okay. So, giant bunny Kaguya god monster thing attacks, but oh no, what's this? Oh yeah, Kakashi has Susanoo now. And he's super badass with it.
Make the difference.
And he's able to protect everyone from her.
Okay. Another quibble about the whole Sharingan thing. I thought the idea was that they have different techniques with the different designs.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool when that was the thought.
Yeah, because Shisui had the little, very pointed, jagged one, and it had the Koto Matsukami, and then Kakashi's and Obito's were the ones that had Kamui, and then Sasuke and Itachi and Uchiha Madara had the super special, not really a hero at all kind of one.
Oh, the thing is, they all have the same abilities. They're just better at using certain ones.
Oh, okay, so... Except that Madara's Susanoo was perfect. And apparently Kakashi's is better.
Yeah.
Right. So
Why do you assume this makes sense?
I don't... I'm just pointing out that they never cared about the rules for Sharingan, ever. Not
They
once.
did when in like the first series, like back in the Chunin exams, then it just kind of progressed from there.
Oh well. Anyway, let's get this turd finished.
Okay. So, Kakashi says, our final mission as Team 7 is to stop this woman. And
Oh, fucking Team 7. Alright.
through a convoluted strategy that occurs when she's trying to end her entire dimension with one gigantic truth-seeking ball, they wind up getting her in position so that Naruto and Sasuke can touch her together and seal her away.
Doesn't Sakura also get in a punch or something
Yes.
like that?
Yeah.
And punch.
For all women everywhere, if memory serves.
Yeah.
Right.
Because this is a feminist series. Did you know?
Totally.
No.
Because punching the female goddess for all women it makes sense, totally.
Okay. So, yay, sealed away again.
They seal her away, and Naruto makes a new moon and seals her in it. And then throws it into orbit, because he can do that.
And it has a terrible plot about a vampire getting a woman pregnant.
What?
Twilight joke.
Oh, right, new moon. Yeah.
Yeah, and now Team 7 has a new problem. Yeah, they're stuck in this dimension with no way out. The only two people that could teleport them, one of them's dead, the other one's now the moon. So,
Kind of a problem, yeah.
but not quite.
Good way of phrasing it.
But it's not quite the problem, because guess who can summon them all back from the nether, from Dimension 77B, from Earth 616?
Earth 616 is a fucking DC thing, isn't it?
It's a Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Marvel thing? Okay. Why do they fucking number them?
Because there's so
Why
many.
not?
Because they have to.
There's so many different continuities and everything.
Oh, okay.
They can't just say Earth B and Earth A. They would get run out of alphabet.
Yeah, and, you know, obviously the heroes would complain about which one was A and which one was B, so they'd have to name one Earth A and one Earth Prime, and one Earth 1, one Earth Alpha. The politics of naming your worlds is just... it's a mess, really.
So they get summoned back miraculously by who other than Hagoromo, because he's Ghost now. Ghosts can...
Ghost God.
The Ghost God materializes in the real world and summons them back because he's
It's like Ghost Dad, but holier. Sorry.
Ghost Ninja Ghost God, man. I'm trying to think of something witty to call him. I can't think.
Ninja Ghost God Granddad. Because he's the progenitor of... Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Well, not progenitor, but the one after the progenitor.
Okay.
You get the idea.
Sure, why not? Let's just do it. Okay. Fine. Okay.
I think Zero's gone insane.
I think he's had enough. Don't worry,
I
Zero.
just, okay, I just, I've been sitting here for most of the time, just sitting here quiet, and it's gotten to the point where it's just like, okay, you can have your freaking ninja god granddad and your ninja magic trees, but come on. There's gotta be a point where you're just like, okay, I know I've been writing this story for a long time, and I've been doing all this, I've been doing all that. I should end it a lot sooner than I have, but I have to make it to 700 chapters, so here's some random crap, Somebody, though, has to go on the staff saying, dude, enough. Please, think of the viewers. Think of the readers.
Think of the children.
Think of the children.
The
ninja
dead
children. And the normal children. And...
Manga writers don't keep yes men around. Have someone that'll call you on shit.
Yes.
Right? Have someone on your payroll whose job
Where was his editor?
to call you on shit.
You have at least one or two editors, you know? Where were they?
That's their
were
job.
They just like, were they on vacation? My goodness.
Wasn't Naruto still around the top when this happened?
No, it wasn't. It was actually going down pretty low. It was pretty
Oh.
low at this point. It was like middling or lower. And they only got like number 1 on the final chapter.
That was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, that was a good rant. I approve.
So anyway, with the battle now complete and done, Obito goes off to the afterlife to go get some of that Rin, and Kakashi loses his Sharingan forever. And Madara, who is now...
Incidentally, the 6th Hokage is now blind.
What? It should have taken his eyesight, but it didn't.
Didn't it?
No.
I swear they said it did.
Nope.
That's dumb, then.
And
Yes.
for some reason, Madara and Hachirama have one final corpse out bro moment.
That should have happened like 30 chapters earlier, so we didn't have to deal with it, etc. Yeah, Zero pretty much said it.
And Minato wishes Naruto a happy birthday as the sun comes up, because all this shit happened on October 10th. I have no idea how the fuck he would know that, but he knows that it's October 10th. Like, how would you know what day it is when you've been dead for like 12 years? Did you?
17.
17 years.
Well, 18. I think he just turned 18.
Yeah,
if it was
he
his
turned
birthday.
18 on that day. Like, how the fuck does he know it's October 10th?
Normally I'd say, like, he was in the afterlife and he could know these things, but he was in the Shinigami's stomach. So all he would see was stomach lining.
And even if you could tell what day it was, if you lived there, why the fuck would you care?
Huh. So he turned 18 at the end of the series. So really, this was a coming-of-age story, you know? This whole time.
I guess.
Coming of age is not the term I would use to describe this story. At all.
What with the entire lack of any romantic subplots or anything to do with maturing or being a better person, yeah.
And suddenly I'm reminded of the ignored confession, and now I want to strangle somebody. Damn it.
It wasn't ignored, Slicer.
I mean, this story did give you one very, very, very good moral to live by. I think.
Don't be Naruto.
No, I think Oscar Wilde coined it best when he said, "Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them quite so much."
All right. Well,
Yeah, that's...
if there had to be a moral to Naruto, that would be it.
Yeah, I guess.
Or at least it annoys other people so much.
Okay, so we have the first Hokage and Madara getting that moment, which was actually a very good moment and would have been a lot better if it had come a lot earlier. But that happens, and it's nice. And then...
Alright, so all the tailed beasts leave out Naruto. The 8-tailed decide to stay with Killer Bee because they're homeboys. Kurama decides to stay with Naruto, and the rest of the 7 are left to roam the earth.
'Cause that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's gonna go good.
Next order of business, Ninja God, Jesus, Granddad, Hagoromo tells Naruto and Sasuke, okay, boys, you did great. You did a great job. You saved the world. Now the only thing you have to do now, just dispel this infinite Tsukuyomi, and the world is saved. And everyone's like, yeah, let's do that. And Sasuke's like, cool, bro. Just let me go kill these
dudes.
Yeah,
real
let me
quick.
just go kill these 5 dudes right quick, and I'll get right on that.
Spoken like a true sociopath. Psychopath. Something a path.
One of them. I don't even care. Sasuke.
Yeah.
And Hagoromo was like,
Dickopath, that's what he is.
Hagoromo was like,
He's a dickopath.
Hagoromo was like, no, dude, don't do that. But his ghost dad powers run out, and he has to go back home. So he leaves it up to Naruto to figure this shit out.
I have to go back to my home planet now.
He's got to go back to the afterlife and watch Obito get some Rin.
Yeah. He's got some sweet
Hagoromo
horns
was
to
one
check out.
righteous dude.
They're 12 at that point,
Totally
though, even if they're dead, so that just gets kind of weird.
So anyway, Sasuke gives his entire explanation that he wants to start a revolution and blah blah blah, and he needs the ninja world to actually change as a result of all these things that have happened, because if he doesn't kill them, everything will just go back to the way it was soon enough, and another him will be created, and blah blah blah.
Now I want to see Hagoromo doing a sweet guitar riff.
Why?
Because Slicer was doing the Poochie thing from Simpsons.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one? Okay.
Nah, I don't remember it. I don't think I remember it.
Homer voices a character in Itchy and Scratchy, and it's a dog that's a righteous dude.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he does a guitar solo. Yeah. I want to see Hagoromo doing that. I think that'd be cool.
All right.
I think
Whatever
the problem
floats
with Sasuke's logic is it has a tiny little sliver of truth, and then the rest of it's just troll logic.
Yeah. All of my predictions came true, by the way. Just want to mention that one last time.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure we likened it to Code Geiss's logic, only not even that.
Yay! Ken said it right.
What?
Is that a mistake, or did you actually mean to say it like that?
I wanted him to react like that.
Ah. Thanks for making his day. He needed that, apparently.
Yay.
Code Geiss. Gaius. Geese.
Now he's getting it wrong in a bunch of different ways just to annoy me.
Gay ass.
But it doesn't work because he totally got it right the first time.
You see, I keep forgetting that when I give you those little moments, you kind of like inflate way too much, so I need to take you down a peg. Briefly afterwards. Alright, so anyway, Sasuke pretty much declares to Naruto, you're the host of all the nine-tailed beasts, and I gotta kill you to make my reality come to pass. And Sasuke...
Because basically you're the only one strong enough to fight me.
Yeah.
And, call me on my entire bullshit reasoning. So, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this, bro.
But Sakura gets in the way and she's like, no, I can't let you do this. And Sasuke just knocks her off. Knocks her out. Just.
Yeah.
Is that when he shoves his arm through her chest?
Yeah, he fucking
No.
puts her in a genjutsu where he makes her believe that he fucking impaled her with his arm.
Oh, yeah. And, once again, our pairing, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing says I love you like mental torture.
And penetration.
No, Slash, that's the wrong...
You're not supposed to do it like
that's
that.
the wrong
That's
kind
wrong.
of penetration.
I know.
The
I know you're into
intonation
some
on
weird shit,
that.
dude, but not...
I was
not,
just about
no.
to say that. I am some weird stuff, but not that. Never that.
I don't know. In about 10... Give yourself 10 years, I'm pretty sure you'll come around to that kind of weirdness. Who knows?
Once again, references that no one's going to get, but I can't help myself. To know death, you have to fuck life in the gallbladder.
I don't know that one at all.
That sounds horrible. Why?
Yeah. That was from a Frankenstein adaptation by Andy Warhol.
Ah. Great.
It actually happens in the film.
Of course.
Thank
it
you for that
how does it
information, Casey. That was completely necessary.
Basically, Frankenstein makes zombies, but he's trying to make the perfect people, so he makes a perfect dude with a very chiseled jaw and stuff, and a perfect woman who, for some reason, has none of the scars that the dude does, because,
They're not sexy.
Yeah, basically. And then the assistant decides he wants to know death. So he rips her open and tries to, yeah.
Wow. Alright.
Yeah.
This went weird places fast. Wait, no it
Well,
didn't.
you know.
It's been weird for a while. Never mind.
It's basically Sasuke and Sakura's relationship at this point. She is basically just not a person anymore and just a amalgamation of terrible characters, and attempts to fix and sew her back together, and it didn't work. And now she's just a broken thing.
Yeah.
That Sasuke penetrates in the gallbladder on occasion, and somehow that bears a child.
I didn't know the gallbladder was connected to that part, but okay.
Oh, well, you'd be surprised how biology can be made to work in Frankensteinian monsters.
And
She's an expert medical ninja. She can make that work.
She can make it work. If she wants it bad enough, which she apparently did.
Yeah.
Oh, this episode just got weird. You're welcome.
Like I said, it's been weird for a while. Nothing new.
Alright, so final battle. Sasuke and Naruto show up at the Battle of the End, standing atop...
Can I summarize this?
Yeah, go ahead.
They fight using shitty techniques, then they fight using world-ending techniques, and then they fight using shitty techniques again. Most of it is incomprehensible.
Yeah.
It's just a fight. Like there's dialogue, but doesn't really matter at that point.
It's like, I'll animate this eventually, so I don't need to even draw most of this.
Credit where it's due, it does get awesome in a few places. Sort of.
A little bit, yeah. When they're basically too tired to do anything but they're shitty just brawling fighting, that was okay.
That reminds me of
Like
the end.
Naruto really should have won easily, but yeah.
That reminds me of the end of S. Cryad. Have you ever seen that anime?
No.
I never got around to actually watching all of it.
I don't remember the plot. I just remember the last fight where the two protags just wind up fist fighting each other for like 15 minutes, and it's violent and it's great.
That sounds awesome.
It's probably how Naruto's going to end, to be honest. It's probably how the show's going to do it. But we did get some good stuff out of this fight, like the flashback for Sasuke and how he saw his and Naruto's relationship, which we hadn't seen.
Yeah, then we got.
And we
then
really should have.
We got that once, and then the whole you don't know Lost like I do, and it showed Jiraiya thing.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
Yeah. Like there were some good moments. I'm not going to say that this whole thing was completely terrible. It's just that, it had a lot of really...
It was mostly terrible.
Yeah. Like, Sasuke seeing Naruto as a surrogate brother and being completely unable to deal with how that works in his mind.
Yeah.
Considering what his actual brother did.
Yeah, that shit could have been done earlier, and I would have accepted that and be like, okay, I get that.
That would have made the entire conflict a lot more reasonable to take in.
It wouldn't have made me like Sasuke, but it definitely would have explained his actions a lot better.
Yeah. But they just didn't bother, or they decided, hey, this will work and make it all make sense, we'll just throw that in at the end. Thanks.
So it always works out when you do it like that.
Speaking of the end, Naruto and Sasuke eventually clash in a Rasengan against Chidori and wind up blowing each other's arms off.
'Cause why not?
And they're in the fucking hands, holding hands, statue thing, and their arms are connected by blood.
Yeah.
Because they're blood brothers and all that stuff.
Yep, no such
This
thing as
like,
hepatitis in the next
Get
world.
real to the
I
end.
never mentioned it, but this reminds me of, in the show Sleepy Hollow, it's a rather odd reference type thing that I was thinking of. For the show Sleepy Hollow, the main guy and, Death end up, fighting, and then, the Death dude, who's, the Headless Horseman or whatever, and then their blood, mixes, and then you get superpowers of Death, sort of. But it's not going to happen the same way in Naruto.
No, I imagine not.
It was like you're linked with Death now, so you can't die by him. It's like, okay, cool. But with this, it's like Naruto and Sasuke are linked by blood. They're blood buddies.
No such thing as hepatitis in the ninja world.
Ninja magic has medical ninja magic. That's fine.
I'm sorry, we can't cure your STD with magical ninja magic of healing.
STDs are the only thing ninja magic can't fix.
The only thing.
I don't think I'd believe that, considering, deep cover missions. That'd be kind of like
kind of
step
be a priority.
one after getting back
Yeah.
to the mission. Like, hey, I have like 4 STDs. Should I go cure those or? No, you'll be fine.
Mm. Alright, so then we have the stuff that I didn't like. Because I had a better ending.
The
Yeah.
epilogue. Do you want me to go?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh, we're not there yet? Okay.
Sakura and Kakashi showing up.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, you two will be fine. Let's just grow new hands.
Yeah, Naruto can grow his own hand back. He doesn't need a fake one.
Yeah, true.
He could, yes. He's grown his skin back before. He can manage. He's fine.
Grew his skin back in a matter of like 2 minutes, too. It didn't take very long.
He grew Kakashi's eyes back.
Yeah, he
And
grows arm
whatever he
back.
did to Guy, I mean, what would that even involve?
I'm just gonna imagine
Instead
that he
of
grew his.
Chakra
I'm just
Network?
gonna imagine that he grew his arm back later.
It's still
He
covered
got
in bandages, though.
He
so
got
it's
it.
clearly...
He got a white Zetsu style arm later, but he didn't get his own arm back.
No, he totally got his own arm back in the
Yeah,
future, probably.
it's entirely dumb otherwise, and I'm sure this show wouldn't do anything dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's how it ends, even though it should have had some sort of dramatic decision and like, hey, Team 7 was great, but it's over now and stuff, but they didn't do that because
Everybody goes home, and Sasuke is pardoned for his crimes because Kakashi's Hokage very soon thereafter.
High treason. His crimes included regular treason and high treason.
Oh, and tons of murder and
What's the
whatnot.
worst things
Probably.
in the military organization?
Lots of bad things. Just in general. Bad things.
Okay, so yeah, we have the epilogue. Everyone had kids and was happy ever after. Except the guy who was apparently crippled.
No, he was not crippled. He was just in the hospital. He hurt himself, pulled a muscle or something. Being Guy, being a man, you get hurt sometimes, and Guy's too manly to be crippled for life. Don't you do that to him?
Yeah, that was with the ending that I decided. You thought he was crippled, and I said no, he's just in the hospital. He pulled something. He's old. That happens.
Yeah.
I doubt Guy's going to slow down. I mean, age does not mean anything to him.
Yeah. So everyone had kids. Naruto's a terrible dad, and
Yeah.
I think that pretty much covers it. Oh, and Karen had a kid with Sasuke, and Sakura's pretending it's hers.
Yeah.
That poor girl kidnapped by Sakura.
Honestly, I can't think of a worse fate.
Yeah.
Could be the parent of Bolt, the brat.
Okay, so that's fucking Naruto officially done
Yay.
in its entirety.
Is it official since we still have to do the movie, or does that count?
Right. Thing about doing the film, it's not actually out yet. It's been in theaters. That's pretty much it.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a while. I mean,
I believe it's coming to DVD in Japan soon, or it came out... Actually, I think it came out in the middle of last month, but there are no official subtitled versions yet. So we can't really do it until that happens.
But when it does, that's going to be fun.
Yes, it is. And we'll come back to it then. But until then, there's not much point in us trying to find a entirely legitimately acquired version.
Totally.
When it would require our entire audience to do the same thing. That's kind of not cool. I mean, Slicer supposedly found one. I don't think he actually did. But I looked for quite some time and I genuinely could not find it. So I'm not going to try and get everyone else to go through the same hoops as I did.
The one I found was a password locked RAR file, and it led to a survey site to get the password to unlock it, so it was probably just junk.
Yeah, it was junk. So, yeah, we can't do that yet. We'll get to it when we can get to it. Someone might have to remind us that there's an available version somewhere. But, as for the retrospectives, that is complete. We are now done.
You don't have to suffer this anymore. You see, I broke it down. That was much more painless this time, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was actually a lot faster.
Yeah.
And we had some moments of humor and weirdness and just things that we're probably never going to talk about again to make that easier.
What are we not going to talk about again?
The dead baby jokes.
We're going to talk about that again.
Yeah. That and my trap rant thing would probably be animated first if we ever start animating stuff.
Okay.
What's the difference between a dead baby and a watermelon?
One explodes when you hit it with a hammer?
To smash?
Nope. One's fun to hit with a sledgehammer. The other one's a watermelon.
Yeah,
Why? That's not funny. That's
Comments.
horrible.
We're on the comments now.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay, so the questions for last week were, is it Yuhabak or Hwa? It really does sound, yeah.
Most people are like, we don't care.
And when did you get bored of the retrospective? So, Cynic's Rise says, for Naruto, he thought Ken was going to end it right after Kabuto got caught in the Genjutsu.
I wish.
And for Bleach, it's Yuhabak. And at least his comments are short, says Cynic's Rise, not me. Ghost132435 says, for that Quincy dude's name, I prefer the pronunciation that does not sound like an adorable kitten is vomiting, and for when I get tired of this episode, I don't really remember as I was playing Baldur's Gate through the entire video. Fair enough.
It's alright, I play most
power
of games when I listen to podcasts as well.
Stevens. Bleach, he doesn't care about the spelling since people will pronounce the name in all sorts of incorrect ways. Or incorrect ways?
Let it go.
Okay. For Naruto, he really didn't get bored while the summary was going on because he was playing Hearthstone while listening to the podcast. I'm starting to notice a pattern.
Pay attention to my words. They're sweet and buttery in your ears.
Gross.
Yeah.
Lockman776. Surprised that we didn't latch onto how dark the bite marks on Karen were. I mean, think about it, like most people who work for Orochimaru, she was probably an orphan taken in at an early age and experimented on, then she's forced to be bitten constantly whenever someone wants to. Since she was little. That's fucked up. Also, to answer one of the questions, forgive me, I can't control my fingers, you merely adopted boredom. I was born in it. Fuck you.
Ass.
By the time I felt excitement, I was already a man.
I don't know how to take that.
I don't know how to take that either. So you can take it. Just hold on to it, Lockman.
In the ears that have already been lubricated by your sweet, buttery voice, apparently.
All right, I'll accept that.
Yeah. And as I said to him in the comments, it was retcon that Karen was in the Chunin exam, which means that Orochimaru probably got her after that. Probably.
Yeah.
Since he was in the Chunin exam as well, it's entirely possible that she was there because he was there, but...
doesn't make it any less creepy.
Makes it a little less creepy.
Okay, fair point, but not by much in my eyes. It's still forceful biting. It's just weird.
Yeah, biting is only cool when it's consensual. Ladies.
What? I don't even know what you're implying
I don't.
Who am I kidding? Ladies don't listen to this podcast.
I think one does.
I know of at least one.
Well, lady?
I know of at least one. She's my friend.
Aww. Sure it is. Whaley helps you. Nothing amuses me more than listening to Kenshi go on about double meteors.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Get you some.
Alright, now we're in the long comments. Okay. Antonio K. Playing League while listening, etc. Pretty good game. I realized that we may have put more thought into the plot of Naruto than Kishi even tried, explaining the reason of every action of each character, while Kishi probably made them do it just because it sounded okay at the time. Now I feel a bit stupid trying to think rationally about all this, but I will continue to anyway. I'll give what's-his-name a bit more credit than that. If you're going to write professionally, you need to actually think about it.
At this point, though, I mean, near the end like this, after 650, 90 chapters, whatever, I don't know. I think you can just kind of wing it.
Well, clearly he was thinking about it, or that whole Sasuke sequence would have been entirely rubbish.
Or,
Remember, that was the only good part of the ending, and clearly some thought went into it. Honestly, I only care about the pronunciation that is correct, so I'm glad to be told that it is Yuha-Bak. It is. Or Yuha-Ba, if you want to be really very specifically correct.
Baha.
Because that is the actual characters used.
Yuha Baha Blast. The new NH.
Madara was too broken. If only Naruto was sane, and there'd have been actual ninja things going on more often than not. Don't count on it. Reaction to finding a healing ability was a bunch of dark thoughts about Orochimaru experimenting on her, and how lucky she must have been to get a position as a warden due to being a great censor. Fair point. The tandem fighting to defeat Toby was pretty cool. Also, the first time Obito was ever mentioned, I connected the dots. I was just left wondering what happened to the real Madara. The only thing the allied shinobi army killed this whole arc was time.
And white Zetsus.
Yeah, they killed a lot of white Zetsus. Unfortunately, they are literally that grown, and there are billions of them. Bless me. Okay. Buying time for that clone and the lesser heroes of the arc to take care of everything. Great.
I don't know. The army sure killed a lot of itself. They're not friendly fire, but they just kind of threw themselves at the enemy mouth.
At the enemy mouth?
Yeah, it was a giant demon thing. Didn't it eat some of them?
I don't remember.
It made like a bunch of minions that fought them as well.
Oh.
If a mini-series of Naruto is going to be made, then it should be a collection of short stories with Naruto's clones as the protagonists.
I can see that, yeah. It would be a very long series.
Those could be episode-ending omakis, actually.
Yeah.
And every episode they do something dumb and get dispelled by someone or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool. The Life of a Clone style thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Casey's short-term memory is pretty entertaining.
It can be.
Yeah. Edith. Entertained throughout the whole podcast, you have a very low bar, so... very low bar.
Like, it's on the floor. Could not go any lower.
How can he be bored when he's slaughtering his way through Unova? Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, that'd be why.
He prefers because it's a truly fitting name for what fills a man with more dread than that hacking sound a dog makes just before it vomits on the carpet.
I like this.
And then he immediately turns around and calls him Yuha-Bak anyway. Are you sure Yuha-Bak is controlling Ichigo here? It seems to be implying that Ichigo's body did that by itself. Not sure how that works, though.
Yeah, he controlled them. They pretty much explained that he did it.
Yeah. It wasn't direct control because of the Quincy blood. It was more, I don't know.
Influence.
Yeah, he controls everything.
It's like you have Quincy blood in you, so you hate the Soul King, even if you don't hate the Soul King. Shut up, makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why that would work. He kind of liked Madara at the beginning. He ran head-on at an army and just beat the shit out of everyone within reach, but then he started pulling out Sharingan and Rinnegan bullshit. If he had used only his base Sharingan until near the end of his fight, I think it would have been a lot more interesting instead of double Meteor.
I want to agree with that. Then that caused double Meteor. So, I mean... No.
Double Meteor was great.
I like this next part, though. Go ahead and read it.
You can always go up Kenshi. Madara could have pulled a Sephiroth and used Supernova.
And I would have been okay with that. If when he pulled double meteors, they'd actually shown the process of his chakra catching 2 meteors out of space and the trip those meteors had to go on to get to Earth, I would have been fine with that being an entire chapter.
That would have been great. It could have been those 2 shitty moons I was talking about before. Just pulled them out of the sky.
Sure, why not?
God, I hated Supernova. Not just because it did an assload of damage, but because it took fucking 45 seconds for it to hit you. And he did it every turn.
Okay, paraphrasing, maybe the resurrection technique was banned because you're fucking with the laws of nature in a world where the god of death exists and can be summoned to your plane of existence. I hardly think the Shinigami would let that go if you started keeping your strongest ninja around for good. See, here's the thing. The Shinigami exists, but I don't think it has that much agency.
It doesn't really seem to care.
It doesn't actually do anything of its own will. It only shows up because people summon it.
And even then, it only does whatever the deal is.
And then you can control it by wearing a mask.
That too. So, the reasoning falls apart. But thank you for the comment. The fact that Naruto had a proper inheritance in canon really does piss me off. I could not get not having one because the Kyuubi flattened their house or something. It would be funny if that was literally the first target of the Kyuubi, but whatever.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Similarly, hand-wavy, although he should still have access to the bank accounts, but there's property he could be given. Then again, upon reflection, maybe no one wanted to touch the mask that summons the god of death and figured it would be a terrible idea to let Naruto even know of its existence, much less own it. Fair point.
Yeah.
Naruto is a shithead.
Yeah, that would have been bad. Maybe? I don't know. I think the first thing you do is summon his parents, and then they just, slap him upside the head and take the mask off them. That's enough of that.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah. He votes for Brock Sampson as the new main character of Naruto.
I vote.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Vote as much. I don't know who that is.
You should watch Venture Brothers.
Yes.
Aye.
Really should.
Almost forgot. Sliciness, always remember to take that cock and scream at it. What the fuck?
There's do you guys watch Fate Zero?
No.
It's Fate Zero Bridge, and when they were voice acting a scene, it was behind the scenes kind of thing, and the director said, just be angry about it. Just imagine you're blowing a dude and just take that cock and scream at it. It was the weirdest thing I've ever heard. It was he was voicing Berserker, and he needed to get a good angry scream going. Yeah.
Why?
Because
I can
they're
think of
weird.
a million other ways to motivate somebody to yell, but that... Okay.
Okay, and then he's just talking about the attic videos. If we're really being honest here, it depends how you feel about drowning in a lake full of cum as a topic of discussion. What the Okay, moving on. Sethel7.
Got a boy.
That's my secret, Casey. I'm always bored. Okay, you're quoting a superhero film, but it's the Avengers, so I'm okay with that. It's not Batman, so I'm cool with it. It's you, Harbach, it sounds cooler. I agree, it sounds German. Things tend to sound cool when they're in German.
Or angry.
Which is sometimes cool, so, it works. Got sick of the war arc halfway into Madara's transformation into Jubi because at that time in my life I literally just couldn't be bothered to care about his melodrama.
We were talking about the episode itself.
Yeah.
When did you just throw your hands up and say, what am I listening to?
Yeah. Basically just listening to Kenshi talk, which, nice voice, Ken. Good show. But, it's just a dude talking.
It is soothing.
You eventually tune out the words and just listen to the tone of voice, and it's kind of relaxing. Lulls you to
Just
sleep.
ride on his flow,
All right.
Okay, enough writing on Kenshi. Let's move on.
Ah.
Kind of. don't really care, but let's go with the German theme for Bleach. For Naruto, I got a little sick of it when you all showed symptoms of severe depression, but that may just be empathy. Yeah.
Thank you.
I can't imagine that was good to listen to.
No. We brought a bit more energy this time.
Yeah.
Ryuhitsuya. Great reflux as usual, double meteor is the greatest thing to ever exist. It is the pure form of Mordaka.
No, it's not.
It would
No, it's
it
not.
would have been if he kept pulling them down, but he only used 2.
Yeah. Mordaka is just using it until you kill everything.
Quantity over quality is Mordaka.
Odaka.
I don't really get bored with these things, mostly because I listen to them when I play Smite. We're getting just a full array of all the games that people play while they listen to us drone on for 2 hours. Yeah, okay. U-Haul box sounds pretty cool. U-Haul sounds like a noise a garbage disposal makes when you shove a body part in it.
Whoa, is there anything you want to tell us, friend? Or not tell us?
Pretty strange comparison there.
Yeah.
Oddly specific.
Well, you never know. Maybe he just got his hand stuck in it and he's actually just only got one hand now.
Well, I mean,
for
I'm
obvious
pretty
reasons.
sure that the sound of the garbage disposal is not the sound you'd be focusing on if you shoved your own arm into it. And also, I don't think I'd be saying whack if my arm was getting mangled inside the garbage disposal. So
No, it's the noise the garbage disposal makes, not the one you make.
I don't see how you would focus on that noise when your arm is in it.
He hates snow, but he thinks Zero and him are cool now, so long as there are no sucker punches involved.
Okay.
I don't get it.
What?
I think it's referencing the Let's Play or something. I don't know.
Greek guy. Fucking Christ, 19 lines, alright. It was okay while we were talking about double meteors and Madara kept stopping most mooks, but after the Kage showed up, or when the action switched to Sasuke, the boredom and the bullshit became a bit too much. How is it possible that the war in Naruto can be so boring, while Kishimoto went out of his way to add so many diverse and bullshit powers is beyond me.
Let me tell you, no consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, no consequences for the characters you care about.
When you know nothing they do matters, there's very, very little stakes, so you don't care. You're not invested.
I mean,
And if they fail,
Neji
anyway, someone's going to save them or whatnot, whatever.
Neji died, Inoichi died, Shikaku died. None of the characters you care about died. None of the characters you care about got particularly injured either. He thinks he did it on purpose somehow, because in One Piece we had a huge free-for-all, both in Marineford, and now that dragged on for a while, and it was still not this unbelievably boring. And Kage isn't even here yet. Yeah, Marineford was cool.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Mostly because the hero started on his last legs, and when he got there, he was very, very clearly outclassed.
And there's Whitebeard, and then Whitebeard died, and it was all like epic.
Yeah, you could feel how this one scenario was actually changing the face of the world.
Yeah.
In Naruto, it just felt like, hey, this is the climactic battle between a nebulous force doing something and the guys that want to stop that something.
The problem is you have to tell us it's a climactic battle. It's a climactic battle. With One Piece, it's like, this is going to be big, man.
They brought every awesome person that you hadn't
every
seen yet
single awesome
together
person in the series
and let them be
together.
awesome for the
and
first
they're all
time.
going to fight. This is where you, make your name known, man. This is going to be awesome. And with Naruto, it's like, hey, guys, this is a decisive battle. Watch as we go and nothing of consequence happens.
All your favorites are gone. Everyone that was cool in this series is dead, and we just got Mooks and Obito and White Zetsus. Go for it.
Plenty of those. You want to just kind of beat on him for a while.
We never needed Zetsu. We never needed Zetsu.
The Mook armies was pointless. They added nothing.
Just fanfiction style losses. But they lost exactly half of their forces. Yeah, great. Awesome. Great math there.
I want to watch One Piece again.
I want to go back and catch up again. I haven't read it since I caught up last time.
That's what this retrospective has done to me. It makes me want to watch a better series. Thankfully, we're doing a better series after this, apparently. Which one do we want to do? Do we want to do the superhero one, or do we want to do the Breaker?
Boku no Hero is still pretty early on, so we can catch on to that, and then we could go with that longer. Breaker's got a lot to it, though. Require a lot of catching up.
I kind of want to do the hero thing because I read the first chapter but didn't read more.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
we'll do the hero one first, then.
And plus, it's still consistently getting number 1 in all the rankings.
Yeah, people like it, so, if we catch up to it, which we probably could, we could do Bleach and then 2 chapters of the hero one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's on its 30th chapter right now. So
it'd take, half a year to catch up, but we can catch up.
Yeah.
Or we could just do a quick summary thing and then start doing...
Oh, we could not do that.
Yeah, that'd be glossing over things. And, I mean, it's fine for the Naruto retrospective because we already went through it chapter by chapter, but, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, for this we need to get to know the characters and really comment on that because it's really establishing stuff at the moment because it's, the very, very beginning. We don't know whether it's going to be long-running or not, but,
It's pretty good.
It sounds it.
Yeah.
I like the idea of Detroit punches and stuff.
Detroit Smash.
It'd probably be the weakest one, but,
Texas Smash.
Texas Smash would be terrifying.
It is.
But
it's a thing.
It'd be a Smash that has guns in it.
And
lots of guns.
And cacti.
Guns.
I'm going to land an awesome hit on you and then say the name of an American state and then add Smash to the end of it, because why not?
Texas Smash is full of guns and rattlesnakes and cacti.
Manliness.
And unicycle riding people because Austin is in Texas.
And spurs and other Texas things.
Gays. A lot of gays. Texas.
California Smash would have a lot of sharks in it.
Interesting.
What would Michigan Smash have?
Cold
Smog.
and smoke.
So, Kent, you only read the first chapter of that.
Sorry. New York Smash would just summon Jay-Z. Because he's in New York. Yeah.
So, Kent, you only read the first chapter of it. Did you guys read any of it at all?
No, not yet.
Oh.
That was... Yeah. Well, we were going to do the Reflux, so I figured I'd just
it for that.
see it fresh.
I wanted to let it build up a little more before I continued, so that's why I only read one.
Yeah.
So, we can end this soon, because I actually cannot feel my arms anymore, and I think I need food.
Yeah.
We'll get in there.
We have 2 more comments, and then we need to think up questions. So think up questions, and this will get done quicker. Great guy. Yuhabak is obviously the best translation. It is actually something you can pronounce, and it is close to the original Japanese pronunciation of Yuhabaha. Yes, it is. Seems like something that was used by a translator as a sort of unique name for the series' final, hopefully, villain, and then the name stuck because it looked cool no matter how it sounded. This is similar to what happened with the name of the Vizard. Vizard, spelled with a Z, by the way, is a very cool name. I like that name.
It is, yeah.
Hopefully, Yuach will not become his official name. Then again, Kubo is Japanese and not English, or American, so maybe for him this is a perfectly good English version of the name. One last thing, you mentioned that you would do a reflux of the Naruto movie. I always thought you would do it at some point in the future, etc. Basically the reason that we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Neil answers for Bleach. The correct spelling has to be Yuhabak. It has to be, otherwise whenever anybody tries to say his name, it will be like they have a cough. Maybe the whole... I love all the metaphors we're getting for this. Maybe the whole reason for his wanting to kill the Soul King is because he gave Bak a name that nobody could say correctly and that made him feel angry. Like Goku crying made Broly hate him.
Yeah, or Hosei giving... what's that dude's name? In Ranma, he gave him a name. It was like underwear. And that's why he hated him.
I don't know. I viciously avoid Ranma, so...
I'm not a fan.
Oh, yeah, Pantyhose Taro.
Okay. For Naruto, he's not proud to say this, but he had the whole Reflux episode in one go, and he's taking the title of Champions of Listener of Pointless Crap. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. You're not wrong, but thanks.
Just because it's true doesn't mean you have to say it. Or do. I mean, I don't care. I'm really lightheaded right now, so let's say whatever. I don't care.
Thinks Urara's stalling, etc. Alternate ending where Orihime rejects the reality and returns to a point in her life where she deems necessary and continues until she reaches a point where her happy ending is realized. Nah. Prepared the meteors beforehand for a fight with Hashirama as a secret move, only he never got to use them before he died. Now he's being revived, he just wanted to show off his secret technique. I could believe that, except for the fact that the meteors would have fallen by now.
Yeah.
If they were close enough to just sort of be there, ready, waiting, then they would have fallen when he lost control of them. Maybe the place from where he took the ground to make the meteors was where their final fight, and after the final fight, the waterfall was made in the crater created by Madara. Maybe. Do you think the place where the meteors struck is now a tourist site, where parents take their kids to show them what they can achieve if they have bullshit powers and immortality?
Probably. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Orochimaru seems to be like a character that Kishimoto had made before even thinking of Naruto. Basically, Orochimaru feels like the self-insert OC of Kishi into his own manga. I don't quite buy that logic.
Yeah, I don't see it.
He never dies, helps the hero, Sasuke, when he needs guidance or a power-up, and in the end of the fic gets his own ending, which in Kishimoto's case was that he was still alive and nobody was looking for him while he kept searching for a way to gain immortality.
Oh, also apparently he's the villain in the next series of Naruto.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thought of a crossover of Naruto and the Jackie Chan event. So basically, the next series happens because people forgot that Orochimaru was a villain in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. See, that's the downside of trusting villains instantly the second they kind of supposedly join your side. Like, yeah.
Okay, so talking about Jackie Chan adventures, I don't care, sorry. Searching for a name, the Growlithe in Blaze Black 2, that I caught while listening to the podcast since you mentioned that there was no Burner Finger in this episode, so she was named Burner Finger.
You named a girl Growlithe Burner Finger? What's wrong with you? Actually, I'm okay with that.
I don't judge.
I'm okay with that.
The Snivy starter was named Yuha Bach, thinking about naming all the characters after the Quincy's from now on. I wouldn't do that, because the Quincy's suck.
Yeah, your team's gonna die.
I'm curious which Pokemon you will name after the guy with the mustache that died in the chapter he was introduced.
The Senator.
He wasn't introduced earlier?
The Senator.
No, they literally gave him his name as soon as he showed up, and then he died, either in that chapter or the next one.
It was that chapter.
Yeah, it was that one. It took all of, 4 pages, I think. That was really...
Why bother naming him? Literally, why bother? So that's all the comments for this week. Questions for next... Oh, we need to answer the questions. It's Yuha Bach.
Yeah, Yuha Bach.
Obviously.
It's easier on my throat to say, so it's Yuha Bach.
And we got bored of it after Dual Meteors. Any objections?
I was saying things the whole time, so I got bored. I mean, the only part I really cared about was Double Meteors and that whole sequence of events. After that passed, I was basically just doing my job.
Yeah.
I was playing Dark Souls, so I absolutely drifted in and out. It was just like it came toneless voice. It was pleasant. Nice background.
Zero?
Hmm?
Zero? When did you get bored last week?
I've been bored for a while.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't a question of when. It was the fact that we started the war arc. I got bored.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much our answers for the questions. That was really quick. Yay. Questions for next week.
Your favorite moment in the series to you. It doesn't have to be any big defining moment in the series, just of Naruto, just what sticks out to you as a moment that you enjoyed as your favorite.
Okay, favorite moment.
I like that, yeah, sure.
Mm.
And for Bleach, what chapter do you think it will end on? Specific number.
What are we on now? Like 618?
615.
That's it. You know, fuck it. I'm just gonna go with 700.
Yeah, I'm going with 700's probably going to be it. I'm going to say at least 650 though.
You think they have a rivalry going,
Yeah.
Yes.
Kubo and Kishimoto?
It's going to be 701, isn't it?
I was about to say that.
Okay, well, there's your answers, I guess. I'm going to say 640.
That's soon.
Yeah, well, it's 25 chapters from now, so it's not that soon. Yeah. So, thanks for listening and stuff. And we're going to be back next week with the hero thing.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called every time.
Boku no Hero
Chapter
Academia.
Bleach.
Or My Hero Academy.
Yeah, so Bleach and 2 chapters of that thing. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be cool.
It's going to be fresh and new.
There's going to be
Exciting.
no fucking Naruto. It's going to be great. Oh, it's going to be great.
Tone shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically a gag thing, isn't it?
It's shonen. Boku no Hero Academia. It's shonen, but there is comedy in it. It's pretty well written. I've been keeping up with it because I actually really like reading it.
Cool.
So,
New stuff. It's
yeah.
going to be good.
I'm always excited when a new chapter comes out for it.
See you next week.
Yeah. See you
Bye.
next week.
See ya.